So 10:08 this morning, we received a call from the community that said there's a water line break at 220 Overton Drive. So within about 5 minutes, we mobilized to the scene, identified what it was, that it was a water line break. At that point, our staff called in an Okie locate, and that notifies ONG, fiber companies, AT&T, water, sewer, everybody comes out and marks their line. Once that time starts, we have 2 hours. We cannot dig or do anything for 2 hours. So we notify the homes that are in the area that need to be notified, tell them that there's a line break, we're gonna have the line shut off. So at 2:20, the locate was up. So at 2:20, our staff mobilized, you can see behind me. They've got the equipment out there, they're digging, they're excavating, and we identified a saddle on an 8-inch C900 pipe had broke. So our guys are pulling it up right now. They're gonna replace the saddle, put it back on, and then flush the line out for any dirt that may have got in the line. And then we'll turn the water back on to the residents. Right, any line break, once we'll go out and identify what it is, how bad it is. If it's us, if it's on the property owner, because sometimes it may be on the property owner's side, so we notify the property owner and they'll contact the plumber at that point. We identified this on us, so at that point, we call Okie locates. We can't do anything to dig until they come out and mark the line so we don't hit a gas line or rupture another utility. During that 2-hour time frame, we're mobilizing, getting clamps, pipe, anything to repair the pipe with, because we don't know what we're going to find until we excavate. Once we excavate, then we have an idea of what we have. We have the equipment on the truck and go ahead and make the repair. So if possible, once we identify the water leak, we'll go by and knock on doors, tell them, hey, we're gonna have to fix this line. We've got water on for right now. We give the community time to, if they're taking a shower, washing the baby, or if they need to put a little water in the bathtub to flush the toilet or something, we give them a little bit of time. Then once the 2 hours is up, then we go ahead and shut the water down. Once it's shut down, depending on where the valves are, this affected probably 30 homes. And this one that we're doing now, we've had some that doesn't affect any homes. We have some that it could be 100 homes. So line breaks on determining the amount of time, every line break is different. We've had some that took 20 hours, we've had some that took an hour. Remember, we can't do anything the first 2 hours because we're waiting on the locates to be up and everybody to mark their line. This line right here, they started digging about 30 minutes ago. We should be buttoned up here about another 30 minutes. Once the water is restored, then we'll still backfill and kind of get the ground prepped. The water will be back restored. But it truly depends on the line, how deep it is, how bad a line break it is, if we're just putting a clamp on it, if we're taking a whole piece of pipe out, if we got to tear a driveway out to get to it. It really just depends on each line break is individual. So what'll happen, once the water line is repaired, they'll go ahead and backfill the hole just for safety, and they'll let it sit for probably 10 days to backfill, compact in, and then once that's done, then they'll come in and we do the restoration. So if we need to replace the sidewalk, we will. We need to replace the driveway. This would just be adding sod to get it back, smooth that back over. And we don't do it day one, and a lot of people think we've gone and we've run off and we forgot about them, but we want it to compact in. If we put salt on there now, it's going to sink in and divot, then we got to come back and do it again. So we try to let the homeowners know that that's the end part of our restoration on a water line break.